I'm Azalea Hart from iHeartRadio Canada.
Hi.
Charlotte Levon from the White Lotus. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
Since the White Lotus is so focused on character building and just going so in depth with storytelling, what do you think your character, or what about your character, really pulled you in and made you want to?
I mean, before Chloe, I think the type of character that I embodied before, like in movies or stuff like that, were pretty much like really like nice, reasonable character. And Chloe's nothing but reasonable. She's just an agent of chaos, and I just loved. It was just an amazing opportunity to be able to explore something completely different.
What surprised you most about it when you're reading through your script?
What surprised? I mean, there's a lot of things that are really surprising. I don't know if people that are watching us watch the show, but I mean,
we'll do spoiler alerts if there is something.
I mean, what I did to the Ratliff brothers is probably one of the most the creepiest and the weirdest thing that I mean. I remember just reading it and I was completely gagging over what Mike White imagined for these characters' arcs and to be able to be part of this and just watch this girl like destroys a man ego like this. It was just pretty. I think it was pretty, I was just really enjoyed to do it.
Because it's definitely not a scenario that somebody would be in everyday life either way. So I think
I really hope not.
We hope not.
I really hope you're not part of, fucked up dynamics like that. But
right. I think with that scenario that was going on, I think if I was reading that in a script, I would be just as shocked. So I think as the viewer, all these jaw-dropping moments, was there a moment, not just with your character, that when you watched back the show or when you were just reading your script, that had your jaw on the floor other than that moment?
I mean, just to be honest, when you, I mean, the thing with the milkshake and what happens in the end, and the Jason Isaacs character's arc is also completely insane and so dark, and what happens to Amy Lou, obviously, and I was just involved in every character because Mike White is just able to just be able to build characters that are so profound and just pathetic enough so we get attached to them really easily, but they're also really entertaining and really funny. So he's just a genius in that way, and I think the whole thing, obviously, it was just overwhelming, even for me as an actor, just to be part of this thing. I was just like reading this, and it's like, I can't believe I'm going to be part of this,
Right. He's definitely able to humanize people where you feel bad for everybody.
Yeah.
Even the people that you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Supposed to feel bad for.
Yeah.
I know that I've been locked into the White Lotus for all the seasons, so they're always dark and twisty, a little bit comedic. How do you get people to watch, seeing how, it's not always reoccurring characters? Like, what is something that you could hook somebody in to say, you need to watch this show?
To me saying this to them?
Yeah, if you were trying to get somebody to watch the show and they're like, well, what's it about? Why would I watch?
I mean, it's about chaos. It's about humanity in its most, chaotic and darkest, but also humorous, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe you should hire someone else to do it.
I know, right? I think that when I try to get people to watch, I'm just like, you need to watch this because you haven't seen anything like it before.
Yeah.
The storytelling, the building of the characters.
He's the master of cringe, Mike White is the master of cringe. And for some reason, it's just so, there's something, really exciting about watching people really cringy when you're not part of their dynamics, when you're just being, an observer of the cringiness.
That's what brings people back, that cringiness to
I
watch
think so.
every season?
I think we're kind of addicted to cringiness. That's why people love reality show so much. And there's this kind of like reality show, aspect to White Lotus in some sense.
Because it kind of makes you feel good about your own life.
Yeah, you're like, oh my God, I'm so much better than them.
Right.
I'm so much better.
Are you
My morals are so much higher than them.
Right. And that's the thing is that you do think that you're a better person. You're like, well, they have money to go to the White
but
Lotus.
Then, at the same time, you're like, you can recognize yourself in a lot of like the, crazy dynamics and,
the family dramas.
And the relationship dramas and everything, the lies and.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you into binging shows?
Yes. I just binged recently the show. I think it came out like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. The Offer, on the fabrication of the Godfather movie.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know it. What's your binging style? Are you trying to watch it all in one night? Do you kind of spread it out?
I think I feel bad about myself if I watch like 8 hours of movies back to back. I'm trying, maybe like after 4, I'm like, okay, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 episodes max.
Yeah.
What's your binging snack that you go to? Are you more of a grab a bag of chips? Do you want to curate a whole vibe with a charcuterie board?
I know, but sometimes I love just making myself dinner and just watch a TV show while I'm eating dinner by myself. It sounds really sad, but it's amazing.
No, those are the simple pleasures of life.
Yes.
You have to have a show ready when you have your food. If you have your food and you don't have a show ready, you don't even want to eat at that point.
I agree.
If there was a crossover episode of any show with the White Lotus, can you imagine like what that crossover would be, and what would you want it to be if you were still in it?
Oh my God. Succession, maybe? Because I feel it's the same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So these people that you hate but you really like at the same time, that are really rich but really annoying.
Right.
I think that would be a good crossover.
And where would it take place? There's always conversations about where the next White Lotus
I mean,
will be.
these people could definitely meet because they're hanging in similar places. So I don't know. I think Greece would be nice.
Greece would be nice.
A resort in Greece.
Right. Yeah. I heard a lot of chit chat online about people thinking that it's going to be in Mexico or be
I've heard Mexico, India, Australia, Canada, Scandinavia. I've heard, it's everywhere. It's going to be shot everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to go on forever.
Probably. Until he actually starts to shoot. Yeah.
What music do you kind of go to? Like the White Lotus is known for the music and the the beginning. I didn't do that right. I didn't do it right. It's fine.
Do you want to do it again? Just to make sure.
You know what I was trying to do. So with that, what kind of music do you listen to when you're getting ready?
I was not really listening to any music particularly. Weirdly, no, I wasn't. I was in a. But right now, I can tell you what I'm trying to write I'm not trying. I just finished writing my second script.
Yeah.
As a director, and I was listening to a lot of Peter Gabriel and a lot of Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Chris Isaac, Sade, and that's my vibe right now.
And what mindset does that put you in?
I think it's probably because it's going to take place in the 90s, and it's really based on a lot of real events, like in my childhood. So these were all the 90s musics that my parents were listening to. So they're really related to my childhood.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to hearing more about that. But tell us one more time about the White Lotus, where to watch, and why people should tune in.
I think you can watch, obviously, you need to watch White Lotus because if you want to be entertained, you have to watch White Lotus. And also, I think you can watch it in Crave. On Crave, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. That was awesome.
Thank you.